Max, Spencer, Coleman, front center. There they come. Champions. San Jose is up next.
Well, on behalf of the coach for the boys A football team, our champion team, we would like to give a card to Coach Fitz for his time and effort.
Hey, that's the best center in the CYO right there, by the way.
I have to interrupt because it's intermission, but these are three of our champions this year. Spencer was our running back with the best blocker on the team. Over on the left here, the best center, what Jim said, is Greg Kronberger here? Is Greg left? Jumbo trained our centers on the side. Max did not make in 19 games and probably 8 scrimmages. Not one bad snap hit the ground. Not one. This is our, they should call the Bear fan, our Urlacher. You know what Urlacher was. Coleman was tough. I told him, I said, Coleman, early in the season, you're going to be a good football player. You don't make mistakes. You're never late for, it just went on and on and on. He believed in it. And I swear to God, if we give out co-MVPs, I'd have to give about 7 or 8 of them. And there's 3 of them right here behind me, and that's why we won. Thanks, guys.
Please welcome the San Jose Experience.
I'll go first because I'm the oldest and I could only develop a third, and we got like a second and a first place here. 6 boys and 2 girls, and she gets the championship. I first played for Mr. Fitzpatrick 47 years ago, but my dad was lucky enough to play football in high school with him before that, so our family goes back a long time and a lot of great years, and I thank him for everything he did for me and also the rest of the family, and just glad to be here in Target today.
And Coach Fitzpatrick, he did a lot for all of us, and he has some great teams and some great players. And of course, those golden years they talked about in the early 70s, it's because they had also about 7 MVPs, at least 4 that are very great athletes, including guys like Cormac Carney, who was the top receivers at UCLA, my brother Buddy Jones, and Sommerfelds, and a lot of people like that. But it's more, Coach would get more out of his players, and it wasn't just those guys, but also guys like me, who wasn't big, who wasn't fast, but he would, from first grade on, teach you plays, teach you to feel good about yourself, and give you self-esteem. And he would always, say Smiley or something, call you names, and make you feel good. So when I went to 9th grade after playing here, I was the center. So Max, you were like probably the 2nd or 3rd best. Scott Bantuso, they won it. And his brother was 5'10", 6'6". All right, Jumbo and Mike Colley, they also coached the Fed, so they know the truth. So I went to 9th grade and played bear football at Wilson, and then also 10th grade. Both years, I went out there as middle linebacker, and went out there, and this year they had some 6-footers, 5'10", 75 they won, they had some 5'10", 6-footers, and that's why they won. But most of us like 5'3", 5'4", and Sweet Graham out there 110, 120 pounds, and that was like the medium to bigger guys. I go out there to play football, and the coaches laugh at me like, middle linebacker, look at you. But Fitz taught us to believe in ourselves. And by the 3rd game, the coach would put me in, and I played throughout and didn't come out. College, I went up, and I'm a linebacker. I said, no, you're outside linebacker. Then the next year, another coach came and said, no, we're getting 6'3" guys. You're not going to play linebacker for us. But Fitz made us all believe in ourselves, and we all did our best, and it really carried for the rest of our lives. So later, I became a lawyer, but a lot of I think it's the things Fitzpatrick taught us. Coach Fitz, thank you so much.
Yes, there are girls in the San Jose family. And I'd like to take the time to thank Joan, Colleen, and Tim, and Sean, because without you guys, he couldn't have been a father, a mentor to all of us, and a coach. Mr. Fitzpatrick, because we were taught by our parents to call people as an elder, Mr. Fitzpatrick. He goes way back with our family. And as San Jose's, we were always very competitive. And I thought, a long time we got it from the San Jose's and the Tetros, my father's family, my mother's family. I just saw this man the other night after he'd been to city council getting his proclamation at Claim Jumper. And he comes to tell me they've been looking through all his works and he's still competitive with my father. And he said, I wish your dad was here today because, what did you say, Fitz? His batting average, lifetime batting, he knows his lifetime batting average. He wishes my dad was here, and I said, he's here, tell him, Fitz, go ahead. And he's blurted out that because my dad and he used to compete on everything. One of the stories that my dad and Mr. Fitzpatrick shared with me was that one of Bob's dreams was to have a tryout letter for the Los Angeles Rams. And as you well know, my father worked for the Rams for many years. And as I think my mom and dad told me, there's no way, because they were afraid that Bob Fitzpatrick would show up and actually require that he get a tryout. Many years, and I had the advantage of being a cheerleader with Colleen. I hear the rules still the same, they don't let girls play. So as a girl here, yes, I remember Doris Day buying uniforms, but we were little cheerleaders that had little pillows. So I have those memories at Laker games, being able to cheer for my brothers as they played, and those memories of a cheerleader. Again, third place, second place, first place. And that was because of gentlemen that I went to school with. Mark Borowski is here, please stand. John Maligi is here, please stand. I didn't see other faces. Chris Mays, Eric Sensky, Ron Pentuso, Scott Pentuso, Dave Willett, goes on and on, Ray Washington. There were so many, and those were the 8th graders. And I know, John Fian, I'm not sure, you were a 7th grader. You didn't get to play on that team? I'm sorry, there were so many 8th grade boys on it. Anyways, on behalf of our family, the 8 children, my mother and father, I know I'm getting old when I'm at Poncho's with Gary, my significant other, and we run into Bob and Joan, and it's 3:30, and we all need to eat because we need to get home and lay down. So Bob and Joan, thank you. And what we're wondering is, after this, he swears he could probably park the Red Sea. And after this, I don't know, I may go to the Red Sea to see if that's what you've done. Congratulations.